Good morning, good afternoon. I hope everyone is having that day that they deserve. Welcome to the YouTube channel, Dads We Are. Before I even jump into the topic today, I want to say if you're looking for the perfect parent, look in the mirror. I am not him. Today's topic that I want to touch on is the importance of isolated or individual time with your children. Especially if you have multiple kids in the house. With life, we have so much going on. Everyone, I'm pretty sure if your life is anything like a lot of our lives, you have to work. You have extracurricular activities. You may have school. You may have, your significant other may be gone a lot. And a lot of times the responsibilities tend to become heavy. And just, I'm going to talk about myself for a quick minute. I have 4 daughters. And my wife, and a lot of times, my heart means so well, and I try to do everything together as a family. And not everything, I'm exaggerating. I try to do a lot of things together as a family, especially when it's extracurricular activities. If we're going to go skating, we're going to go skating together. We're going to, we have dinner together. I find myself oftentimes, especially with the house full of girls, I find myself being a buffer, trying to resolve situations and trying to get them to get an understanding on, how to be a sister and how to live in an environment that's copacetic for everyone. And they're all at different stages, right? I have a 16-year-old, I have an 11-year-old, and I have twins that are 8. So they're at different stages in their life, and sometimes they just don't understand what I'm trying to say at that moment. So the importance of individual time, isolated time with each one of your kids, is just so important, right? We all speak different love languages. I don't know if you guys ever read a book, The 5 Different Love Languages, but in a nutshell, basically what it says is, different people have different love languages. So you may feel like you're communicating to them in a manner with love, and they may not be understanding because that may not be their love language, right? It may be, quality time may be their love language, and your heart means well, and you're using words of affirmation, or you're trying to be, affectionate. However, what their desire is, quality time. Not only that, it's very important. So for me, I have my 11-year-old right now who's currently going through puberty, and a lot of hormones going through her body, and I find herself being very, very frustrated with her younger sisters and me and her mother, and it's a lot to deal with, right? It's a lot to deal with for her. That's what's important for her. It's a lot. It's her young body going through a transition. And it's easy to get frustrated as an outsider because I want everything to be copacetic, or her mother to get frustrated. But what I have to do is I have to give her that space, right? In addition to giving her that space, I have to make sure that I'm understanding. So that individual time, right? I'll take her out and we'll just go, let's go grab some ice cream, right? Let's go for a walk around the block. Because it's, especially when you have multiple kids in the house, it is so easy to overlook or underestimate how each of them may be feeling for whatever reasons. So it doesn't have to be a financial burden, right? It could simply be, like I said, a walk to the park, or maybe you guys can go skating, whatever it is that's special to you guys. But just to spend that isolated time, maybe you guys can go in a basement or in a room and just shut the door and enjoy each other's presence, because it means so much, and it would foster an environment that lets the kids know I am being understood. I am being loved, because as parents, most of us, our heart means so well. And sometimes, what we're trying to communicate or what we're trying to project sometimes is not being perceived in the manner that we think it is. And as a result, we become frustrated and we don't understand why our child is acting in a certain manner. So again, that undivided attention with your child just allows you the opportunity to have a different perception, a different reality, and it also foster an opportunity for, deeper relationship and a deeper opportunity for love. So again, be intentional with that isolated time with each one of your children. All right. I hope you fathers, mothers having that day that y'all deserve. Again, welcome to the Dads We Are YouTube channel.